Hi dear viewers, welcome to Display Repair. Is your car vibrating and shaking when you start the engine? And is this especially present when the engine is cold? Well, if this is the case, then you might have a bad engine mount. In this video, we're going to show you how to diagnose a bad engine mount and how to conclude that it is actually causing the issue. I hope this video helps, so stay tuned. DisplayRepair.com.
Be sure to visit us at our website displayrepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips.
I must add that we're showing this example on my wife's Renault Clio. With the engine mounts on that car are in a pretty bad condition. It's not catastrophic, but it's pretty bad. So it's a very good example of this problem. Although we're showing this on a Renault, the basic principle I think applies to almost any car out there. So whatever car you drive, you will be able, thanks to this video, to conclude if the engine mount is the problem. Now, dear viewers, here we are in front of the Renault Clio engine. And first of all, we're going to talk about what are engine mounts for those who are not that good around cars. Well, engine mounts are the part of your car that actually hold the engine onto the car body, okay? When the engine is mounted in the factory, the engine and transmission are put on the car as one big piece, and of course you have to have parts that hold it to the car body and to the rest of the car. So essentially it's an engine and transmission holder. The other purpose is to prevent vibrations going from the engine. Every inner combustion engine causes a certain amount of vibrations. The task of the engine mount is to prevent those vibrations from getting onto the car body, into the passenger cabin, and making driving very uncomfortable, if not impossible in some cases. So the engine mounts have a dual purpose. First, they hold the engine in place, and the second one is to prevent vibrations from getting into the passenger cabin and onto the car body. The first thing you should know when diagnosing this problem is how many engine mounts and transmission mounts you have on the car. One more thing that is important to know. Transmission mounts and engine mounts are essentially the same, and they are equally important. So, for instance, if you have two engine mounts, they may not be causing the problem. The transmission mount may be causing the problem, okay? We'll talk about this later in the video. There is a specific symptom when the transmission mount is causing the problem or when the engine mount is causing the problem. What you should first do, pop the hood, and of course you can make a visual inspection. But as you've seen on the Clio, it may be hidden under the battery and you can't really see it. To avoid this, I would advise to either make a really thorough visual inspection or look on the internet, okay? There is an abundance of information for almost any car out there. Make a query before you start and pinpoint the exact locations. This will enable you to make a good check and make a good diagnosis. What does a bad engine mount look like? Well, again, we'll show this on the main engine mount on the Clio. The problematic part is the rubber on the engine mount right here. Over time it becomes brittle, it becomes frail, material fatigue kicks in, and it cannot absorb those vibrations, and eventually it starts, because of those vibrations, the rubber starts falling apart. A good example would be this mount here. As you can see, the rubber down there is cracked. There's even a piece missing, and you can see that its life is over. So a bad engine mount, if it's a similar construction to this one and to this one, you can recognize it by the old, damaged, frail rubber inside. Now, if the engine mount is causing the problem, you will, when you start the car, and as I mentioned, this especially happens in the morning when the engine is cold, you may sense a vibration on the steering wheel. And you may sense vibrations on the gear shifter. You may sense vibrations under your behind on the seat. And all in all, it will be vibrating. If there is a missing part of trimming or a trimming that is loose like this, it will vibrate. And all in all, everything will be vibrating or shaking when you're in the car, okay? A telltale sign also in this case is that when you press the gas pedal and give some revs, the vibrations will stop. Also, a telltale sign is that these vibrations stop when you start driving the car, and when you're in standstill while the engine is idling, the vibrations will start again. Now, dear viewers, in my opinion, this is the conclusive way to see if you have a bad engine mount is to, and this goes for manual transmission cars, but I think even in automatic transmission cars, you can put the car into park. If you have a stick shift, put the car into first gear and try to sway the car back and forth, okay? The point is, well, regardless of the transmission you have, is to create a resistance with the wheels through the transmission onto the engine. Let me show you. Now, the car is in first gear in this case, and I will sway the car like this. And I don't know if you can see this, but the engine is moving back and forth. Now, don't get me wrong, on most engines you have some play, but it will be a millimeter or two. When the engine mounts are bad, then the engine will go, in worst cases, okay, on the Clio the engine mounts are not totally blown, but in really bad cases the engine will move a centimeter or two back and forth, okay, it's really visible. So put the engine into gear, sway back and forth, and see if it moves. The engine rocks and moves like this, then you have a problem. Additionally to this, go to the engine mount and check the play and the clearance, okay? If there is big play inside the mount, then you found your problem for sure.
Besides this, the engine will also swing in the engine bay when you add some revs. In case of the Clio, it's not that bad, but when the engine mounts are severely damaged, it can swing a couple of centimeters back and forth.
Next thing you'll notice with bad engine mounts is that the engine will be shaking inside the engine bay. And this is especially present if you have a diesel engine. When the engine mounts are bad, when you turn on the engine and when it idles, it will shake a bit. It will be, in case of petrol engines, it's not that noticeable until the engine mount completely fails, but on diesel engines, it is very noticeable. So, if there isn't a problem with the rough idle, if there isn't a problem with misfire or something like that, then you probably have a bad engine mount. Another thing, and this is not that noticeable on most engines, and that is that the engine may be a bit slanted inside the engine bay. More slanted than usual, if I've used the right expression. What am I trying to say? When everything is okay, the engine is sort of parallel with the rest of the engine bay, okay? In case of a bad engine mount, like in this case, the engine will fall a bit down. It's a couple of millimeters, it's not that noticeable, but when you take a better look at the car and at the engine bay, you'll notice that this is the problem. So if you see an engine that's not sitting in the engine bay properly, so to say, you might have a bad engine mount. The next symptom is that the gear shifter, when you put the car into gear and start moving, will budge up and down a bit. It will move. So instead of standing solid in one place, it will, when you press the gas pedal, move up and down. Especially when you go into first and second gear, when you go into reverse, when there is more power needed to move the car. And dear viewers, for the last symptom of this problem, and that is there will be a clicking sound when you start driving. So you put the car into gear, if it's a stick shift, or you put the car into drive, you start driving, and the moment you press the gas pedal and the car moves, you hear a distinct clicking sound. In this case, I must say, as I mentioned in the previous part of the video, the probable cause in most cases is a mount on the transmission. First check this and then check the engine mount. So, dear viewers, there you have it. It is very simple to diagnose a bad engine mount. What more can I tell you? If you notice this problem in the beginning phases, you can drive the car for some time. Okay, you shouldn't do it. You should replace the engine mounts as soon as possible. But if you don't have the means, then you can again drive it for longer amounts of time. If you're gonna change one engine mount at a time, be sure to notice the correct one. It can be very misleading and you can end up changing the wrong engine mount. Okay, so take your time, make a good diagnosis. And finally, when you buy engine mounts, buy from good manufacturers. Engine mounts are replaced, I don't know, once or maybe twice in the whole service life of the car. So you'll probably end up changing them maybe once. When you do it, buy from quality manufacturers. Sometimes they may be tricky to replace. There's a lot of work involved, so when you do it once, do it properly. So, dear viewers, that's it for this time. I hope this video helps. I hope it helps find the problem, if not solve it. If you find the time, watch our other videos where you can see other driving related, car related, maintenance related videos that I think will help you have an easier life with your car. Of course, please like and subscribe if you find the time. Thank you once more for watching. Thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.